beloved and holy friend. Thank you so much for joining me here again. I don't know if the Reddit is live. I'm gonna assume it is, but I know we're live on YouTube, and I appreciate you being here with me. I'm gonna go get my things quickly. I'll be back in a second. We have 55 minutes before the power is off again. Better make the most of it. Oh, ik bleef met de radgever, toch? Jeez, wel, het is beter dan om te voelen, je weet hoe het aangaan. Lekker man. There we go. Back again. How are you, my friend? My brother's code is working, which he's very excited about. And I get to be excited with my brother for being excited about his code. Wow! Woo! I'm I'm going crazy. I feel like I'm going crazy at least. So I'm gonna be trying to cultivate sanity during today's stream. Yes, only rational things. Yes, only sane things. Thank you for joining me, friends. We're gonna talk about the paradox of self-improvement. The paradox of self-improvement can only start once you accept yourself. You know, which is, it's confusing almost. You're like, what? I have to accept myself before I can improve myself? But melt. If I accept myself, then surely I can't improve myself because I'm accepted. Maybe? I don't know. But it seems, at least it seems, that every single time I get defeated enough, I get to a point where I'm like, fine, I surrender, I accept. It's only then that I really have the capacity to grow again, you know? I have the capacity to reevaluate. And it's been rough. It's been real rough. Extra rough, you know? And it's been rough because I care too much, you know? And I know that sounds, oh yeah, Mel, oh, you care too much. Damn it, I fucking do. I do fucking care too much. You know, like we're dealing with like some energy instability. Yeah, we're dealing with some energy instability in South Africa. We have been for 12 years, but it's reaching a critical point where now it's devastating our economy. You know, and the economy is but a statistic, a small fractal of the human suffering that is being experienced, you know, by the collective humanity. And that, you know, the fact that so many of my countrymen, countrywomen, you know, literally do not have enough to take care of their kids. They do not have enough to take care of themselves. And then on top of all of that, not even having the energy to try and take care of themselves. You know, so I'm trying to take in consideration how many people are suffering right now. You know, like not only that, but every single time the power switches back on, there's like a surge. and then that kills people's electronics. It has, like we had someone come through yesterday. The lightning struck our electric line as well, so we lost the link. It got burnt off and everything. So he came out like at 7 at night, and I have befriended this individual, Marcus, and we're friendly now, and it's like 7 at night. I think it may have been even a little bit after 7 at night, but he basically comes through at that time to come and help us, replace the link. And his logic was like, dude, I I know you, man. I can't let you suffer this alone. And then I'm having conversations with him as he's helping us fix the things, and he tells me that he has lost electronics, like his television only has sound now. Like his screen is completely broken because of these surges. And that's one, one person, a singular person. There's millions of us. How many people are not only getting wealth taken from them on the conceptual level, as in, if I don't have electricity or internet, I can't generate wealth, but are actually having their things destroyed, having wealth taken from them in that way. So I keep going through this loop over and over and over and over and over of like contemplating, the amount of suffering, the amount of like we're being put back years every single day, right? Of the collective human effort that could be applied to make our country a better place. Decades, like millennia even, being taken away per day. And I'm losing my mind. That's how I feel. Non-stop. That's so sanity. Yes. Please. Give me some sanity. Let me stay here now. Good morning, Jumpin' Jack. Having connection issues, it seems. Hopefully, it's on my end. Are you? And you are broadcasting smoothly. I wouldn't be surprised if I'm not broadcasting smoothly. I seem to have good signal, but I don't know if it's that. Thank you, Jumpin, for joining me, for letting me know, friend. Cantus, dear Connor, it's nice to have you. Been thinking about you, friend. What a gorgeous view. Yeah. I like the arch today. You know, another perspective again. Jack, Jumpin. Thank you for sending love to our beloved Jumpin. Gobbity love to you. Joy V's here too. Feeling very stoic today. I need to burn off some dead wood. Dude, I was listening to Stoic philosophy next to my mom during our 4 hour power outage this afternoon. And I was like, yeah, stoicism. Oh yeah, things outside my control. Yeah, things inside my control. Yeah. The thing is, and this is I feel the juxtaposition between empowerment. I believe we're capable of changing things. I believe we're capable of saving the world, if you will, right? In so many words. But everybody has to believe that. Everybody has to reach a point where they take full responsibility for the things they have control of inside of themselves. And once that happens, the things we don't have control over will be easier, on the collective humanity. Smoking for sanity, I'll add a little bit of Isa. I'll add a little bit of Yera. I'll add a little bit of Bjorth. I'll add a little bit of there you guys. And I've forgotten what the symbol is called, but I'll add a little bit of that as well. Some Nordic runes as well. Add some extra sprinkles of magic onto it. All the best people are insane. This is known. Good. Yes. Start tapping yourself on back. Like the thing about today's stream topic is how it's more like a personal, like the Stoic thing, a personal acceptance of yourself, and then after you have accepted yourself, to start to take actionable steps to be a self that you would like to accept, to say it in so many words. And I feel like I'm failing, not failing in being the self that I want to be, but in helping as much as I believe the self I am needs to be helping, where my dream is to like help this country, especially out of its energy crisis, especially out of its information crisis, like people don't have access to information in the way that they do in the new world, the Western world right now. And it's devastating my heart and my soul to know that these versions of self, people consider themselves myself just as much as I consider myself myself, right? To accept myself as them. And then from that place to start improving things, to improve things for myself as myself, for others as myself as well. But only once it's accepted. Only once it's accepted. And it's difficult to accept it. It's getting harder to accept it as well, which is pretty brutal. Hey, bud, can you say hi? But Reddit keeps freezing. Reddit, you beautiful platform, you. Oh, I love you, Reddit. Oh, you're the best. So stable, so clear, so connected. Reddit's the best. Gabby, thank you for sending love right back. I'm breaking down finally and getting Discord. Maybe I'll have better luck there. I mean, the YouTube is, I'm pretty sure, a little bit better. Do let me know, friends, if it's stable. Sena is here too. You've been missed, dear friends. Nice to have you. Our beloved Maxine is here too. Beansy, there we go. Love is being shared. Rambler on the YouTube too. Love to you, friend. Yeah, Red, he's freezing after a few seconds. Of course it does. Like, oh, so many friends wanting to tune into this space. How about no? How about no? How about you don't? How about make it the worst possible experience to have? Yeah, yeah. How about that? Yeah. And then to see, are you gonna lose your mind? Are you gonna run away? I wouldn't blame you. I actually wouldn't blame you. But if you're gonna run away somewhere, run away to YouTube. If not, run away anywhere else. I'll see you on the other side of the infinity again. Sanity, accept. I accept some sanity right now. This dish. Yeah. Yeah, I accept. I accept. Let me be sane. Let me be sane. Literally watched a lecture on Marcus Aurelius. It got me thinking how good of a situation I got, how my problems seem to be small in the grand scheme, and how easy I could take a different road of virtue. Dude, literally. And like one of the great Stoic philosophies is negative contemplation, where I'm rolling now. Thank you for joining me, Jumpin' Jack. Where you, in reverse, contemplate the things that you have. As in, instead of thinking about the things that you want, take away the things you already have. Hmm. Oh, now you no longer have the ability to see. How about that? Now you no longer can hear. Now you don't have legs anymore. Now you don't have arms. Just this, blind, deaf, armless, legless entity. You would still be. And it would still be a divine and a unique experience worth having. And yet, instead of that, you get to have what you're having right now. And then you realize, shit, yes, goodness. Actually, I don't have it as bad as I have anticipated, contemplated. Good old Stoic philosophy, dude. It's weirdly enough, it was developed for people having a meaning crisis. People didn't know what they mean, didn't know what to mean. And then Stoic philosophy kind of arose from that need. And here we are, beloved Connor, embracing Stoic philosophy once again. What does that say about our society, dude? It says to me, we don't know what's important. We don't know what we mean. We have a hard time accepting ourselves. Mm, a really hard time accepting ourselves. And from that place, it's very difficult to self improve. Like The self-improvement model is very much stoic as well, dude. They believe in self-improvement to a fault. One of my favorite quotes is, when thinking is left to cowards. No, 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 no. When thinking is left to weak men and fighting to strong ones, something like that, then contemplation will only be done by weak men and fighting by the strong. Like it basically goes into this quote where when you separate the pursuit of the intellectual with the pursuit of the strength, and you assume that these things are mutually exclusive, and you kind of like create a sense of pride within yourself that you are intellectual, and in fact do not have to improve yourself in any other way, physically, health wise, because you're intellectual, then you will be basically, boycotting yourself. You will be thinking from a weak standpoint, and I don't know if it's true or if that's exactly the way that it is, but it makes conceptual sense that we have to, from a place of self acceptance, try to improve that. Try to improve the image that we accept. And in doing so, I believe we become more powerful, not only in a mental level, not only on a physical level, but especially on a spiritual level, where the spiritual aspect of ourselves, I believe, is the one that is always aware, the one that's always paying attention, no matter how bad things get. Like you could, let's say you're watching a movie and there's a scene where someone murders someone else, right? Directly followed by a scene where someone was, giving a puppy kisses. Your awareness would be 100% in that state of awareness, watching the puppy getting kisses. And then transitioning to the person getting murdered, just as aware, right? Like you're not gonna be less aware. Oh no, I can't properly see what's happening there. Must be something hectic. That's why. No, all of it, everything, all the time. And all we have to realize now is that once we accept that, we get to choose. We get to choose what we want to expose ourselves to. We get to be present with the horrible and with the wonderful. We get to realize that we are that. The horrible and the wonderful. Accept yourself as that, dear friend. YouTube is super smooth with Multi-Stream as well. Thank you, Maxine. Thank you for the love. Rambler, my day began with cool breezes and bird songs. I'm so blessed. I hope you find comfort in your journey today. I want your day to be filled with gentle thoughts and full bellies. Ooh, thank you for that manifestation, Jumpin' Jack. That's beautiful, dear friend. I finally figured out the YouTube, and here you are, Rambler, in the now with us. If you believe in yourself, you can free your soul. Yes. Where does that come from? Who needs tears? I couldn't agree more. If you believe in yourself, you will free your soul. To reach that point of self-acceptance, and it's difficult because I'm speaking vaguely as well, right? I'm trying to convey a message that is usually self-conceptualized, or in other words, a realization that you have to reach yourself, that nobody else can accept you for yourself, right? It would be great if I could, just like log in to Rambler, accept Rambler as Rambler, log out. But no, it doesn't work that way, because you very much are the same thing that I am, consciousness logging into the computer that is your biology. And we know, like we know for a fact, like it's been documented that the human mind transcends biology, or at least your conscious ability to think things, experience things, transcends your biology, where your expectation will literally transcend your DNA. You hear what I'm saying? As in, if you, like, there's a gene expression that allows people to exhale more carbon dioxide, meaning they breathe more efficiently. And they found people with that gene expression, and they found people who lacked that gene expression. Then they split them into random groups. One of the groups, they told, you have this gene expression. Breathing and, a proper exchange of carbon dioxide of oxygen should be very simple to you. You're proficient in this. And the other group, they told the opposite. The group they told, that you have this gene, all of them, Every single person, including the ones without the gene expression, had that stuff upregulated, had their heart rate drop, had their metabolism slow down or speed up, had their oxygen exchange, increase. And the, the group, people that has the gene expression being told that they didn't, had the exact opposite, had the drop down of lacking the ability. So we know it's impossible to lie to you, but it is very much possible to provide you with information that can be, in one way or another, interpreted as a truth. And once you accept yourself, once you accept that truth as yourself, it becomes your reality. Literally. Literally. And the reality I've been in, at least as of now, and one I'm trying to be very aware of, is again a reality of deep injustice. Deep anger for the injustice that's being committed onto our people right now. And it's quite visceral. It's quite visceral. Whew, something to be aware of. Something to pay attention to. Thank you again, Jumpin. Imagine being kind of the world and still choose to do what you believe is right and true in the eyes of the nature or God. Yeah, dude. To live with nature, right? That's one of the big Stoic philosophies. To flow like nature flows. To not force, but to grow. To allow for the things that are in the moment. To not grasp, right? That philosophy of, if the plate passes you with a bunch of snacks on it, get yourself a snack. If the plate passes you and it's out of reach, don't grasp. Don't try and get it. Let it be. Okay. You know? And if it never passes you, or even better, if it's right in front of you, and you can say no, that's where true power lies. That's where true power lies. Who needs tears? Thank you for the love. I was just thinking you were joining the YouTube side for the first time, Rambler. Here you are, dear friend. I was struggling with the same pattern of thoughts yesterday, Melty. I want to help the world change in a major way, and that small things, and that the small things aren't enough. Talking about small things that aren't enough. No, 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 no. Maxine actually helped manifest some abundance into the space. I need to get a battery system. I'm like $350 away from it. I'm sure soon enough we'll have enough money to get batteries. That way at least the streams will always be up when it needs to be up. My devices will always be charged. My family will always have connectivity. It'll be a step in the right direction. God morning, friends in the west. God being friends in the east, and God day, night, everyone in between. Thank you for joining us. God very goose. Love to you. Oh my God. Morning, bud. Sam. Sam Mayers, I see. Love to you. Thank you for joining me. You're doing what you can with what you have where you are, Mel. Wow. I needed that. Thank you. Thank you, Shan. I really needed that. With that in mind, doing what we can with what we have, where we are, sofa, 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 being as schmecky as we possibly can be. I'm gonna light this joint with the intention of sanity. Yes, I'm gonna become so sane in the membrane. As soon as I smoke this succulent marijuana cigarette, I'm trying hard now. Thank you, sofa, sofa. It's nice to have you, friend. Mm. Yeah, 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 yeah. More sane already. Yeah, so sane. Mm. Yes. Mm. Mm. More sanity. Yes, yes, yes. Mm. I think I need to go in. I'm gonna start saying stupid shit. Is anyone else having a lot of problems with RPAN? Yeah, yeah. It seems that way, dear sofa, sofa, sofa. It's like Reddit brings out this whole thing. Yeah, we're gonna collaborate with content creators. And then it's like shooting the medium with which most of their content creators create, like in the barrel. It's like trying to shoot it. We're here though, sofa, sofa. At least the YouTube is working. It's frustrating me to know. And Jump and Jack, you can just search Meltmore on YouTube. Just melt more. You should be able to find me. Where it is they're trying to end it. They're probably just updating things. Yes. Things are getting better, in fact. Yes. Yes, the sanity is kicking in. It's getting better. Yeah. It has to get worse before it gets better sometimes, right? At least that's what I'm believing. What I'm choosing to believe. What I'm choosing to accept. I might be tricking myself, but I want to be tricked, I guess. It's hard accepting myself, especially when I'm still learning new lessons every day and finding myself. You see, that's the thing. That's the thing, dear Sena. That's why I call it a paradox, or at least in me, I believe it's a paradox, that the only way for you to truly start self-improving is once you've accepted yourself. That it doesn't work the other way around, or maybe it does. That's the point of the paradox, that in accepting yourself, in accepting both sides of yourself, and accepting that you have a shadow side and a light side, right? Kevin, thank you for joining me, friend. If you're dying with stability issues on the Reddit, you can join us on the YouTubes. We would love to have you there as well. Anyway, I was going to say something, something, words, accepting yourself, self improvement, yes. So basically, the only way for you to really reach a level of self improvement is once you've accepted all sides of yourself. Like you have to reach a point where you're like, yeah, like for me, the part that I'm accepting of myself is a monster. There's a monster living in me, a dangerous one. And it's almost like all of my actions, all of the light, all of the love I try to share is me building a cage, melting that monster, you know, quite literally, where I I realize, I notice that the same capacity, the same depth with which I can share love, with which I can share connection, with which I can share understanding, can share destruction, death, desolation. And it's a little bit jarring, because I feel throughout this journey as if I've been able to mute or at least suppress to the point of non experience that part of myself. In other words, I reached a point of calm and of gentleness in my heart that I no longer contemplated murder. And now I'm contemplating murder again. Damn it! What happened? What happened, please? I want sanity. I want sanity, and it's like I'm saying this and you might be like, what the fuck, Mel? You can't say shit like that. I know, that's why I'm saying shit like that. I don't want to be saying shit like that. Like, and it's dramatic. I'm trying to be dramatic. It's from this perspective of feeling like we have we have completely exhausted our resources, on a conceptual and on a physical level. Like, there are not enough resources in our country right now. Like, there's been people taking so much advantage for so long to the point where the majority of the population is living in desolation right now. And then it brings up this part of me that wants to murder individuals like that. It's like, oh yeah, rape my country, do you? I end you. And then I find myself as the observer watching that thought, arise, and I get to witness it, and I get to be like, holy shit, I'm capable of that? I hope not. I hope I never have to be. I don't want to ever get to that point. And at the same time, it's bringing up this part of myself where I'm realizing that that's not the way. I've been given a warrior's body. You know, that's the joke. It's like the fractal that I'm a part of, the fractal that is my beingness, is capable of extreme. It's capable of the extreme. Let's say it in that many ways. While the divinity that is in all of us is the one that gets to choose whether it wants to be or not. The one that gets to choose a new way. Instead of perpetuating the way that things have been, this destructive, combative, I'll kill you for killing me mentality, to let that melt, to let it melt away, to reach a point where change is going to arise from a place of love. Wu Wei. Non-action. Not non-action in not doing anything, but not doing anything believing that it will be one way or another, right? Yeah, we're gonna kill all of the people that have been raping the resources of the country and the people. Then what? Then what? Hmm? Then what? Right? Versus we are going to live as loving beings, as ourselves, in our lives, day to day to day to day. And then what? We're going to live as ourselves, lovingly, day to day to day. The and then what is easy in that context, right? The conceptualization of continuing to live a happy, loving existence, taking care of your loved ones, not from a place of need, but from a place of service, right? Where you want to serve other beings because you are abundant enough. You have the means to. So you want to. You don't need to. You're not forced to. It'll be natural. It will arise from your heart. And I feel that is what it's gonna have to be. It's gonna have to be that. We're gonna have to keep showing up gently, compassionately, calmly, with loving kindness, day after day after day. And eventually, the icy hearts of those who fight us will melt. It's just a matter of time. And I'm impatient. Oh goodness, am I impatient? I feel I'm the most impatient person. I can be impatiently patient. Or patiently impatient. I think I'm more patiently impatient than I'm impatiently patient. You're like, what does that mean? So, patiently impatient to me means you are seemingly patient while being patient, well, actually being patient. Oh goodness, yeah. I definitely feel like I'm the latter. You know, I'm patient, but I'm impatient being patient. Oh no, I just realized I have a medical physical appointment this afternoon. I hope my goblets don't get fondled. Man, I've never, like, instantaneously, Gob, my mind was like, I hope they do. Not from a perspective of, I want you to be fondled, but by the fact that you have the luxury of having a medical checkup. So if you had to get fondled, at least you'll know after getting fondled that you wouldn't have to be fondled again anytime soon, right? So like my mindset is from the perspective of like, yes, yes, appreciation for the opportunity to have yourself fondled. I love you, dude. Thank you, Brother Bear, for sharing a little bit of that, man. You're gonna be so fine. I also hope you don't get fondled, man. Like I can't even. I've never even gotten close. It's so. I get to say this from like a, you know, and then if the roles are reversed, I'll be like, same, trying to find myself on this journey, especially when it's hard for me to let go of my past. Same, right? Like this whole anger, this extreme, visceral, dangerous anger that is like brewing in me sometimes. Like to let that shit die, you know, to let it melt away, and then to realize if I melt it away, if I let it melt more, I will still be, you know, the very version of myself that I accept is, it is, and as you are, as we all are. I'm dying laughing. I'm thankful for the opportunity to be fondled by a stranger in a medical environment. Yes. Yes, no that no, that is the mindset. I'm just I'm just imagining, you know, like 50 years from now, like schools kind of like running through these classes being like, yes, look at these philosophers philosophizing, you know, 50 years before we had the ability to actually understand one another. How the fuck did they figure it out? You know? And then this line comes up being fondled by medical professionals. You see the wisdom, the wise, sage says, be grateful to be fondled because being fondled is a grand opportunity that all of your predecessors and potentially a lot of people in your day and age do not have. Wow. Wow, so wise. God. I love you, brother man. Thank you for inspiring me, dude, for sharing these vibes, man. We have like 21 minutes or so left before the power drops. That sounds like the creature from I Have No Mouth, but I Must Scream. An often misunderstood classic. The ending is more about how human will can overcome this fly on my nose. Fine, dude. So even the most hellish experiences also true. The ancient philosophers were absolutely jacked. Yes, they were. They understood the mind-body connection, dude. Jacked body, jacked mind. Jacked mind, jack your body. Yeah, you get so freaking jacked. Yeah. Starts frantically doing push-ups. I like unironically want to. Also true. The ancient philosophers were absolutely jacked. When the mind and the body in the same wavelength is there is most improvement are found. I agree completely. It's a balance you have to find, and you don't have to be jacked, you know, but move your body, guaranteed, right? Like that that'll stand by, and it can be a walk in the park, it can be walking your dogs, can be going to smell the flowers. It can be as you're sitting in your office chair, and I do this. I imagine myself riding a horse, so I lift my legs off the floor and I tense my core. And then I sit in my chair, riding a horse. What's wrong with me? You can move. You can move in so many ways, and it's going to serve you, guaranteed. 1000% of the time. No matter whether you ate in a prison or a palace, you can make hell out of heaven and heaven out of hell. Absolutely, Brother Bear. I've seen how it's capable, and I say it's because I think of it as like a little word generator. Skip it, little monkey. It's very capable of convincing you that, oh, look, you're in hell right now. Oh, it's so bad, isn't it? Oh, don't you suffer? You poor thing, you. Why don't you just die? Why don't you just the fuck? Stop it! No, why? What's all wrong with you? Thank you for the love. On B, it's nice to have you. How are you doing, friend? How's the farm? How's Uncle Becker's doing? It's a quote from a song called "Shuggy" by Foxygen. Let me see if I can read the quote again. Who needs tears? I think you sent it a while ago now. Damn, really. If you believe in yourself, you can free your soul. Thank you again, dear friend. It's a beautiful one. I think I've missed a few. Skibbity bobbity boo. Freedom is when you finally take off your prisoner disguise. You see, I don't think of myself as a prisoner. I think of myself as a warden. Sometimes, you know? And then I'm like, picks up a baton. Oh, these rowdy prisoners. And it's separation. It's a freaking separation. And then to realize, to accept myself, right, as all of it, to take off the disguise, to be like, yes, we are all the same thing. That's the true acceptance of yourself. Thank you, dear Maxine, for leading me there, friend. Right, we Connor. Mel's going to have to hack into my melt matrix. Starts pressing buttons, frantically. Multiple monitors with code running. I'm so hacking right now. I'm kind of busy at work, but I'm loving on you folks. We can feel you. Brother Gob, thank you for the love. We're sending it right back. Hope you are receiving it, man. Hope it's helping you get through the work. Maxine, so true. That reminds me of that's exactly where it comes from. There we go. Yeah, the prison episode. Accepting what you are, one, and letting go. Man, I love you, friends. Yeah, synchronicity. I'm feeling exponentially better than I did at the start of the stream, than I did for the most of the day. So I'm happy being here. Alan Watts said, said by Sena, lacking self-acceptance, we are always at odds with our point of departure, always doubting the ground on which we stand. So we are divided against ourselves. and we cannot act with serenity. Yes, thank you so much for bringing Ellen Watts's words through you into this space, so that we can sit with that and echo the point we're trying to make today. That's it. That's it. As soon as you accept yourself, you're stable. And then from that stability, you can make a difference. You can choose a direction. And that's what we're talking about tomorrow. So, like the synchronicities with these streams as of late. Tomorrow's stream topic is going to be about the infinity as a vehicle. Your consciousness traveling in that infinity. Hesitation or doubt being brakes. Optimism and hope being acceleration. You needing both in order to steer, right? If you only had go, there would only be a linear choice for you. Into infinity in one direction, ever fastening. Or if there was only doubt, the exact same thing in the opposite direction. But the balance within the two means that you can change the weights, and in doing so, change the fractal, change the flow. I'm looking forward to talking about it tomorrow. Thank you for sharing that, friend. That's gorgeous. Whew. I like how you got that, Connor. We do. We're in June, dear Maxine, with the intention of sanity Lamau, right? Yeah. Yeah. Like suddenly the lyrics at the end of that song comes to my mind. I want to sing it, but it's so hard, it's so gruesome. Hope you and your family have been well. Please send Christian love from me when you talk to him again. Thank you, dear Aunt V. I'll be visiting him soon, so maybe you'll get to send him a message yourself. I'll do let him know though. Thank you. We are good friends, looking for the good and doing what we can. Sure. Yeah, I don't know if you were here for it, but dear Shannon actually echoed your words. Doing what we can with what we have, where we are right now, Max, on V. Like it's brutal. It is actually brutal right now. Absurdly so. But it's not final. This is not how it is, you know? It might be how it be, but it's not how it is. It can change. It will change. It's impossible for it not to. The only thing we have to do now is believe, live in hope. Because why not? What's the alternative? Like, unironically, you can either believe things will get better or you can believe they won't. And if you're right at the end of the day, were you winning the whole time? If you believe things will only get better and they don't, then at least you had some sort of, ethereal imagination, moment to moment experience of a hopeful future, and that could make things more bearable in the moment. And then if you're right on top of being right, then you'll be ecstatic, right? So it's like this equation to me. I can I can live in fear and believe things will get worse. And I can be right, which means I would have lived in fear, knowing things will get worse until they are. Suffer, suffer, suffer. Or I can believe things will get better, as in not suffering, be wrong, which could be suffering, and then suffer. So good, suffer, suffer. Or I can be right, feel good about being right, and then live in being right. You know, like good, good, good. So in believing that things will get better and living in a way that you're showing up for love every single day, even if you're wrong, even if you're completely wrong, you're still winning. You're still gaining more than you're losing at the grand scheme of things, right? Karma or whatever. And I don't even believe in karma. I I believe karma, if karma is real, it's could be in a way you victimizing yourself. So that's why I don't believe in karma. But it's difficult for us to assign any linearity. Like linear thinking is definitely a part of our humanity, and it's faulty technically. Look at it. We have little kitsy kits. Hello, Shelby. Hello, Shelby. Hello, meow meow. Hey, Shelby, Shelby, cat. Meow, 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 meow. Hey, it's a cutsy, cutsy, cutsy. It's a meow, meow. Oh, it's a cutsy, cutsy, meow. Hello, Shelby. Oh, it's a cutsy, cuts. Oh, you scared of the stick? Oh, it's a meow, meow, meow. Oh, such an interesting place, isn't it? Things everywhere, all the time. Okay, 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 okay. Let's get back in here. Rambler. Mel, the holidays are coming. People are generous during holidays. You should populate your Amazon wishlist and put the link in your tree. You're definitely convincing me, Joy Vive. You're definitely convincing me. The problem is that as soon as you send something from Amazon, the amount of import taxes is actually quite ridiculous. You know, again, my difficulty in accepting, or at least accepting in the way that I think I need to be accepting, or not, or it's it's contrived. I feel the thing on my wish list right now is just a battery that actually works, you know, as intended for the Wi-Fi. That way, like we have 10 minutes left. That way, you know, the stream won't just randomly drop in 10 minutes. So thank you, Joy Vive. We're getting there. You know, we need like $350 and then it's gonna be manifested. I believe before the end of the month. I believe before the end of the month. I see it as uh, an upside down pyramid that has transparent light blue crystal walls, but black, almost space-esque deep bars on each of its sides. And it's like floating upside down. The top of it is completely blacked out, but the sides have this blue crystal, so you can kind of see through it, but it diffracts the light. Yes, thank you, Crystal. I appreciate the abundance. That's coming right now. Hello, friends and kitty. Hello to you, dear Kayana. So nice to have you here with us, friend. How are you? Thank you again. They're always down for a good berry rub down. I'm always down for a good rub down. Thank you, Hot Beef, for sharing some love. Yeah, it's on the same wavelength. Shout out to Beansy. Thanks again to the wonderful Animal Spirit card reading you hooked me up with. Definitely helped me see my path again. Dear Rambler, thank you. Thank you, friend, for going out and finding it, for being willing to find your path. You know, some people never even get to that point. Leaving their path is already set. You know, I feel like that is the biggest atrocity, is to be like, yeah, it's hopeless. My path is set. This is who I am. This is how I am. You know, so and so happened to me. I can't. Banana, banana. The real question is, how does one become social? You know, for $9.99, you can now sign up to my course, How to Schmexy, where I give you 5 killer tips to instantly become more schmexy. You know, after following these 5 tips to the T, and it's like do 50 backflips, you know, in 60 seconds. Like that's then as you're walking into the mall, instant swoon will become every single entity that you find attractive. Unts, unts. Everybody just, oh, whoa, a swoon. No, no. Thank you so much love to you, Sofa Sofa. Thank you, friend. Oh, I appreciate your love. I appreciate it so much. The real question: you friends are too much sometimes, and I love it. Melt me. I butchered that. Let me try that again. Butchered what? I think you maybe deleted it. We'll see again. You're so welcome, Rambler. Your reading was so powerful. I felt it. There we go. Are you on? Are you on, Shansky? It may not be the errors of this life, the day at school, which we are combating, and although in our physical minds it may not be conscious of the reason and our suffering, which may to us appear okay. made to us appear cruel and without reason. Yet our souls know the full purpose and are guiding us to our best advantage. I've been really trying to ease into that space, that trust, that acceptance of myself. You know, the fact that I chose this life, this body, this family, this country, this planet, this solar system, this galaxy, this infinite universe, this infinite universe out of infinite universes, this infinite universe out of infinite universe being contained within a finite universe, which is one of another infinite universes, which is right? Like the amount of contrariety we can go into with scale, and yet here now. Why am I doubting that? Why am I not accepting that version of myself? Why are you not accepting that version of yourself? It's pretty interesting that you are here now. I believe you're here now for a reason, an important one at that. Yes, happy Thursday to you too. Thanks, my booper. I hope the same for you and your fam. Thank you, dear Kayana, for echoing that love, friend. You're literally speaking about me and accepting my shadow side. Yeah, there you go. Tuning into all of the important frequencies that we tune into, dear Shan, dear Maxine. That's why we do this. We have Suzanne joining us as well, saying, did a meditation this morning of noticing and accepting more synchronicity. Yeah, yeah. Even the serendipities are increasing. Joe Schmo is here too. I found the YouTubes. Joe Schmo, Sofa, 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 probably Jumpin' Jack. I don't know. Joe Schmo is a pretty cool username though. I like it. A little spacey today and anxious, but I'm okay. Accepting that self, believing that in this space, seeness, in this self, in this experience of anxiety or lack thereof, there is still wisdom. There is still divinity. There is infinite wisdom and infinite divinity. That there is nowhere else you could possibly be that would be better and more suited to your soul's growth than the place in which you are and the time that is now. Yow! Skip bow wow wow wow. We have 4 minutes left, so I want to pull a card this time around because our power is gonna get taken away, gonna get stolen outside. I'm doing well, Boop and Melty. Currently questioning my future and what my passion looks like and where I'm supposed to be channeling my energy. Pondering many things. Ooh, those are important things to ponder, though, isn't it? Beloved Kayana. The only advice I have is make sure you love it. Whatever your future is, contemplate it and be like, am I gonna love this future? Is love gonna be true in this future? And if the answer is no, reevaluate. I know you will. I know you actively do, dear Kayana. I believe in you, friend. You're a being of love. You found this space. We found one another so early in this human race. The hope is there. Accept yourself as you are, friend. Okay. I'm gonna skip to the present with the YouTube as well. Brother Lane, I see you, main. Overly photo works. I see you too, friend. It's nice to have you. Rambler, of course, and Go Bird. Shan. Okay. Melty nailed it. You friends are the ones tuning in with me. The outbursts of love and appreciation we give each other when any of us show up in chat gives me actual loving joy feelings in my gobbly heart. Yes, he did. Dude, like, and eventually we'll actually be able to accentuate that connection, right? Where it will quite literally be like a friend walking into the space with you. And you can walk into this space, and then I can be like, or I could be dancing, and then you could be like, this fucking dude's crazy, huh? And then you can like start a conversation or whatever. You can talk amongst each other. You can dive deep into each other's fractal. Like this space, it's only going to keep broadening, our perspectives on what the human experience is. It's wonderful. Can we point out how talented this man is as multitasking in two platforms? No, friend. I am very much not talented. Otherwise, I would be on it. Like every comment read in real time. I'm suffering. reassuring sofa sofa. Thank you. I accept. I accept your love. We have a minute left. We'll pull the card. Maybe we'll get to read like the thing we're saying. I have you on my TV and talking to you on my laptop. Technology is wild, dude. And the fact that you're all the way in America while I'm in South Africa, the welcoming, friendly nature of you is exactly why I'm staying. Yalla, great. Sam, we are but mirrors to what you are. Ooh, the hexagon, the cube, intrastri. Earth? Does it mean Earth? Card 21. I hope I'll have enough time. Sustainability, substance, order, and stability. The hexagon or cube with its 6 equal square faces is one of the 5 three-dimensional shapes known as the Platonic solids. The cube is associated with the masculine side of our natures and the element of earth. It is a symbol of matter, security, solidarity, fairness, order, and stability. Choosing this card finds that you seek affirmation that the venture you are embarking upon or the project that you are designing is in your best interest. Do you feel secure that your plans are in good order? Does the essence of your project have substance and stability? Do you feel there is fairness in the situation? If so, this card affirms your intention to move forward and indicates stability and good fortune. Occasionally, it takes stepping out of the box in order to see the situation more clearly. Take a break, go for a swim, walk in the park, or head for the gym. Set aside your objective long enough to gain a fresh perspective. Now look again at the substance of your inquiry with a refreshed attitude and realize the order in your manifestation. Oh, goodness! So, I have a Patreon, dear friends. I have a Patreon. If you want to support this space, manifest abundance into this space. You know, the abundance becoming manifested now, literally in this moment, is going to ensure we have batteries by the, next month this time, probably before that. This fly is like, yeah, you zen and stuff. Sits on my face. Steps on my nose. Fine, dude. I love you. Thank you for joining me. We still have some time left, it seems. They haven't cut our power off just yet. Thank you for everything. You guys make life so much more joyful. Thank you for doing the same. Thank you, Joe Schmo. So much love to you too. It's nice to have you friends here. I get chills when it happens. Familiarity here is beautiful. Thank you, friends. Yeah, the abundance garden. I grow flowers, so I don't just want your money. Sure, I do. Now, especially, because I want batteries. but, instead of just giving me your money, you can buy flowers from me in a way. I make a new flower every day, and then I write a little bit of a squibbity squabbity of what happened in the stream, and then I share that flower with you as a gift from the masculine side of myself, that earthy, let the water fall on me side, growing the flowers, and then the feminine side that gets to pick that flower and be in awe of that, while at the same time, the masculine side of us being the observer thereof, and the nature side of us being the body. It's like a whole paradox to me. I get to share flowers with you. Thank you for supporting me, for manifesting abundance in my life, dear friends. I did a whole dancing stream saying thank you yesterday. Thank you again. Now, this is the best stream on our pen. Yes. Yes, I accept myself. Thank you, dear Sofa, for accepting me too, friend. So nice to have you here. We still have some time left, though. We still have some time left. It seems we're not just dead in the water yet. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Dershan Beans. You're pretty amazing yourself. Don't forget that. Don't you, Joe? Don't you, Melty? What's the end goal price? It $350. We need $350. Then we're done manifesting. At least for this month. Yeah, it's possible. Very much possible. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen, Maxine. You have already helped it happen, right? It was 500. Now it's 350. The beauty is within all of you, making the slice of Eden a paradise of heaven. Bless you, friends. Thank you, Connor, for blessing us. Bless you too. Needs must. Mel finally comes around to ask for contributions. The